Yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, holding one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not a front. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Smoking aces, laces tied tight. With a puff we fly, elevate the night. Golf ball soaring, higher than a kite. Fairway to heaven, shining real bright. Pitch, put and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff.
Welcome back to another episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff. My name is Roger, aka RGB. Thanks you for tuning into another episode. Before we get rolling, though, we're going to give a shout out to a couple sponsors, starting off with Back Nine Botanicals. Make sure you guys go check out back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save you 10% at checkout. They got the best CBD in the game. They got the Birdie Boost, the Moonlight Mulligan, the Tea Time Sunrise. You name it, they got it. If you're looking for the muscle and joint pain, they got the rub stick for you. So go check them out, back9botanicals.com. Use promo code TPUF10. TPUF10 will save you 10% at checkout. Also, we got the Puff Pack. Make sure you guys go check out the puffpack.co. They got the joint carrier with the lighter holder. You can hold 2 joints in there. It's perfect for the golf course. Hold your lighter. I call it the front 9 and the back 9. Literally perfect for the golf course, concerts, camping, pretty much any event. Slip it right in your pocket and you're good to go. Always prepared on the go with the puffpack.co. Use promo code PUFF20 to save yourself 20% at checkout. Also, we got Athletic, ATHLETHC.com, the 2 milligram microdose THC mints. They got the power, the flow, and the rebound. Highly recommend the variety pack where you find the one that best suits your needs and go from there. I'm a big fan of the rebound. Nice for recovery. Helps me sleep. Got a little CBN in there. So go check out Athletic, ATHLETHC.com. Use promo code PUFF. Find yourself a special discount. And then last but not least, we got my guy John, Mulliganware. Mulliganware _ on Instagram. Click the link in the bio. Take you right to a site where you can find some dope hats, hoodies, polos, all types of fresh golf gear. Great price, great quality. Get your hands on that hoodie. The golf season's come, or cold weather is coming, so be ready for it. I'm going to take a quick break here and have some folks on from Leafy Peaks, big event coming up there this weekend. So we're going to take a quick second and we'll bring them on. And we're back here. Joining us here tonight, we got owner and manager from Leafy Peaks, Carrie and Anthony. Guys, appreciate you taking the time and joining the podcast.
Yeah.
Hi.
Happy to be here.
The newest home of the Helium Collective as well. Shout out to you guys for that. We appreciate you guys. I just had those guys on last night and released that episode. Always a good time chopping it up with them. But Leafy Peaks, you guys got a big event coming up this weekend. Why don't we talk a little bit about that? We'll get right into that. The Fall Festival. What's going on over there?
Yeah, this is our second annual Fall Festival. We have 10 vendors. We have live music. We have food truck. We have 2 non-THC vendors. It's just a big party.
That's awesome. Perfect location over there in the Waterford. I mean, you have the whole parking lot set up. Live music. It's supposed to be some decent weather on Sunday afternoon, so we'll hopefully hold out until the rain will hold off until the event's over. We're supposed to get some rain at night, but should be in some pretty good shape. Now, second annual event. How was last year's turnout for you? Being, cannabis and everything being so new to the area for people, becoming a lot more acceptable. How was last year's event?
Last year was great. It was our first Fall Festival. We had a good turnout.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
A couple hundred people.
Busy for sure.
That's nice. That's nice. Now, Anthony, you're a manager over there. What's some of your experiences that you see, like customers coming into the store? Do you find it more of like flower, pre-rolls, vapes? What's the consumer going for nowadays?
Yeah, so with our dispensary and our demographic in general, most of our sales are mostly pre-rolls. It seems like most of our customer base, most of them actually doesn't really know how to roll. Or they just want something like fast. So
Yep.
most of our sales definitely come from our pre-roll. Flowers are probably second, surprisingly.
Yeah, I actually noticed that when we did the pop-up with Helium, I was surprised by the amount of people getting just pre-rolls on the go, boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Like I've always rolled my own. It's always just something I've old school, so I've always done it. But it is a funny thing to see people just come in and pre-roll.
Yep.
But that's the industry for sure. So with the dispensary, and especially like in New York with all the regulations, was it a tough process getting the dispensary up and running from the jump?
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
dude, I think the hardest part is just the initial setup, especially with trying to figure out which products to bring in, the data entry part, just putting everything in, finding the space. It's really, I think the tougher part is definitely the inventory.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, there's so many brands out there as well, and finding the ones that are going to fit your clientele and that sort of thing has got to be a tough little process to sort out. Now, have you noticed too? Like, one thing I pick up on when I'm in dispensaries is the crowd. Like, you would think that it's going to be like the younger people, like the guys in their 20s coming in, and that's really not the case. It's a lot of the older folks I noticed coming in and getting their gummies or their pre-rolls or whatever the case. Is that what you guys noticed as well over there?
Oh yeah. So our customer base, if I had to pick a number, it's probably like most of our customers are people like in their early 30s all the way to like their 70s.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing to me.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny too because these people have always probably consumed cannabis in some way, but because it wasn't legal and everything else, they all hide it. But now that it's coming, less stigma or whatever, they're out there. Like, I seen one of my buddies' fathers walking into a dispo to get some gummies one night. I go, what the hell are you doing here? He's like, when he seen me, he was like, oh shit. But it was one of those things like, yeah, I gotta these things, man. They're great. They help me sleep. I'm like, man, I'm telling you for years, So it is definitely cool to see the mix up of the culture shift for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, you said the pre-rolls were the best. What do you guys think the biggest misconception people have of the cannabis industry right now?
I'll answer that. The biggest misconception, I'm pretty sure a lot of dispensers have this problem, is that people think that the higher the THC, it's always
Thank
better.
you.
That is a big misconception for sure. That the highest THC is always going to get you the highest. That's not true.
Nope.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you know that too.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's what I tell people, like with the helium, like, all right, for example, like the Cowboy Lemonade, it comes in at, I think it's 17. I don't know. I probably got 20 of them laying around here. It was 17, 20%, something like that. So it's not going to, the highest THC percentage, but the flavor to it, the terps to it, everything about it, like it's a nice smoke. Like I don't get blitzed where I can't function and, go play golf or something. I can still make a putt and not just out there to have a good time. And it's not one of those 40% with rosin and this and that. Like, if I smoke that, I'm sleeping for the next 6 to 8 hours, no problem. That's just gonna put me to sleep. That's all that's gonna do.
Yep.
And like a guy like me, I work 40 hours a week, part-time job, and a family, so I don't have time to sleep for 8 hours midday. I wish I did, but I don't.
I think I do.
For sure. Man. I took a nice nap today. I woke up. I was like, I thought I woke up and I thought it was this morning. So I thought I forgot about the podcast tonight and everything else. I woke up like, oh my God, where am I? What time is it? One of those naps. Felt good though.
One of your coworkers today.
Felt good, man. I needed it. Man. So I'm excited to hear, check out this fall festival. I want to get a little bit more into the fall festival. So who are some of the vendors you guys are going to have over there?
So we have Canacure, we have Heirloom, we have Simple, we have Pax, we have Eureka. Who am I missing? We have 10 of them.
To be honest with you, I'm not certain.
Heirloom, shout out to Heirloom. They got the best, by my opinion, personal opinion, some of the best drinks in the game, for sure. Their drinks are always spot on, variety of different drinks. I'm not sponsored by them or nothing, but those are some of my personal favorites for the drinks. Heirloom.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I definitely love the Heirloom drink tester for sure. Especially the Honey Crisps. The apple, it's literally just tastes like apple juice.
Yep.
I drink that every day.
I do that one in the creamsicle. I like the creamsicle one too.
Yep. Yeah, it's that. Yeah, that's sold out right now. I think it's supposed to come back soon though.
Yep.
Is it? All right, good.
Yep.
Yeah, the creamsicle was mine. I had a couple of those at the beginning of the summer on the golf course. They're nice. Yeah. See, it's nice because it's like everybody's out there like on golf and they're drinking their White Claws or their High Noons or that kind of thing. I'm not a big drinker. I haven't really had a drink. I couldn't tell you how long, but it's one of those things like, all right, let me crack one of these bad boys up and try this out. And nice little same thing, nice little mellow buzz and feeling good about it. It gives you that little bit of body high and relaxation, especially like golfing. A lot of mental, you're thinking constantly. You want to make sure your body's moving right, and that kind of just gives you that relaxing feeling. So the drinks are nice for the golf course, especially in a hot summer day. Can't beat it. Can't beat it out there. So a little bit different. That's what it's crazy. Like golf, how much golf and cannabis really are starting to blend as well. Because out on the golf course, like 3-4 years ago, my crew was the only people out there really smoking, and now you're out there and we don't have a joint lit or something, and you smell it. And you're like, oh, okay. And you look around, and sometimes it's a younger group, sometimes it's the older group now, and it's just like, okay, it's starting to be a little bit more acceptable on the golf courses where you get, golf is also like those country club, and it's kind of going away from that where you got the backwards hats, the hoodies, the vibe, the music's playing. Like if you played music on a golf course 5 years ago, people would have flipped out on you. Now everybody's got music playing. It doesn't matter. There's hip hop, there's country, there's classic. It doesn't matter. Like everybody's playing music. So the vibe is changing and starting to go to the more laid back. So that's why I think cannabis is fitting perfect with the golf world right now. It's interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised by that. That is socially acceptable in the golf course now.
Yeah. As long as, you don't overdo it for the most part. You're not sitting there, you don't bring a bong out to the first hole and, that kind of thing. But you keep it, as inconspicuous as you can. And there's a couple of spots out there, like there's a school near one of the holes, so we don't light up near the school and that kind of thing. We keep it respectable,
That's good.
How you got to do it. Now you guys got some live music going to be up there this weekend as well. Who do you got doing some music?
I believe his name is John Deloba.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I'm loving the setup though, because like I said, the parking lot is perfect for a little event like that. And everything right there. The 10 vendors itself, boom, people are going to come out there, get the chance to see a bunch of different options from all the different brands, which is cool. What do you guys have any? I think seen something with like you're doing raffles and some prizes and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, we have a raffle, 3 winners. There's going to be like a candy corn contest count.
Okay.
Just tons of fun. Dank is one of our reps. Maxine usually comes with some fun stuff like hula hoops and stuff.
Nice.
We just want to chill out.
That's it. That's it. Really just to wrap up the year pretty much, because not too much goes on around here in the wintertime. So a good event to get everybody together before we close out the season and roll into the fall, full blow here. Apple picking, pumpkin picking. I'll be going some pumpkin picking this weekend.
Oh,
that's my Saturday.
I don't know that.
Yeah. And I was really looking like the hope to just paint the pumpkins, but my daughter's like, nope, Dad, we got to get all this stuff out. I want to carve them. I'm like, oh, man, this process is going to be a mess, but they're only a kid one. So
right.
Rock it out. So what's some things people could look forward from Leafy Peaks in the future? You guys got anything like, what are some like, do you have any events planned, like any ideas for events down the road besides like the fall festival, like any winter, spring, fall events? I know we were talking and there was a possibility of like, I know Dave was doing something over at Normanside with the golf. He was going to do a golf tournament with cannabis.net. Is there anything like kind of those type of events coming up down the road?
So we cannot speak for Dave, but I think there may be a good chance that there's some rooms for some of those events coming up.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's the one thing this area really misses out on is like, if you see like in the city and stuff, there's always some type of cannabis event where the whole community gets together. And I feel like upstate area really lacks something like that. Like I know they do the thing down in Hudson, like what is it? Revival, Revel. Yeah, they do that, but like that's like really the only thing like where it brings the whole cannabis community together. And that's more for like the business aspect of it too. So it's not even like just the community itself. So I feel like if there's some way, somehow, like the whole community could really find a way to make an event to do like bring everybody together, it'd be a concert, it'd be, you know, comedy show, something to that extent, whatever. But I think it would be a pretty cool idea to try to find like a way to bring everybody together with all the brands and everything else. But I don't know. I just talk on a podcast, so I don't know how to put any of that shit together.
No,
But
I agree with you, man.
yeah, it's just
We
something
need
we don't.
some sort of event. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sound like
it's
a good
something we
idea.
lack. It's something we lack up here. I've noticed, you know, because you see stuff all the time in the city. There's events. I mean, obviously a lot bigger population and such, but there's things going on all the time, and it's just something up here I feel like we're missing out on. But I don't know. I'm excited for you guys this weekend. I'm gonna pop out. I'm gonna after the round of golf, I'll be out, you know, mid-afternoon. I'm gonna bring a couple of the guys over with me. I know a couple of my coworkers live out that way. They'll be stopping over. Hopefully getting their hands on some helium products. We also, with the helium, they got the strawberry chocolate coming out soon. I don't know if I got a chance to give you guys a sample of that. I'll drop one off when it's ready. That's a nice one. That's one of the higher THC percentage for people who are looking for the higher THC. It's a 26%. So like you said though, man, that's such a big thing. The THC, it just doesn't, it's not that, it's a factor, sure, but it's not the biggest factor. Anthony, what's your opinion on that? Like what's your take on that though?
Yeah, I hate it, to be honest with you. Like that assumption that the higher THC is always gonna get you higher is not true. I mean, it's just literally one piece of the puzzle. People forget that. Like you got the THC, you got the cannabinoids, you got the terpenes, you got all that playing a part. You know, people that, you know, are looking for that. What's that word I'm looking for? The entourage effect.
Mm-hmm.
So the THC percentage is like one part of it.
Yeah, it really is. It's in. I was always like more of a flavor because like you didn't know when back in the day when the legacy side of things, you didn't know when you went to see your buddy what the THC percent was, if it was an indica or a sativa. You had no knowledge of what the hell you were getting. You had no clue whatsoever. And now it's all of a sudden it became such a big thing. And sometimes yes, it's beneficial. Like if I want, you know, something for sleep, I'm gonna probably grab some gummies with like CBN. Like I didn't even know what CBN was 2 years ago. Now I do, and I know it helps me sleep. So like something like that aspect. But like indica, sativas, now you know, like all right, indica, they always say you're in the couch, and then sativa, you're sitting on the couch kind of thing. So it's one of those to where now you have more knowledge, so people know what they're getting into. But like just the THC, you never knew. So I don't understand why it's such a big factor now. It's kind of my thing about it.
But no, you bring up a good point that I didn't even realize that. You're right. Back in the day, nobody really asked for THC, especially when you go to the knock-knocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nobody really asked.
Yeah,
but
no
now
idea.
It's like a big thing.
Yeah, you wanted to get your hands on some sour or some haze, or you wanted the flavor. You were looking for the terps and the flavor. That's what people were looking for. I mean, that's kind of me personally. That's kind of what I still go to this day. I'd rather have something that's going to be a good smoke opposed to, you know, like I said, I got shit to do. I can't be stuck all day, especially nowadays. So I always like to wrap up with 3 questions. So we'll start with this one. If what's your guys' favorite preference of smoking or consuming cannabis? Bongs,
I'll go for it.
joints.
Pretty much, I do everything. But if I had to choose the top 3, is dabbing, vaping, and edibles.
Okay.
Yep.
Dabbing. I got introduced to dabs.
Yep.
I got introduced to dabs early, and I was like, this is too much work. I felt like I was doing like a Bill Nye science project. So I went away from it, but now it's a little bit more easy with like the Puffcos and stuff like that. And I went into, this is probably almost a year ago now. I had a rig a buddy gave me. I didn't even know how to use the damn thing. And I'm like, took a picture of it. I went to Dispo. I said, I have this. I'm trying to do dabs. Can you get me the right stuff? Like I didn't know what the hell I was doing. And luckily someone coached me through it, and it worked out for a little bit, but it's still too much work. I'll just roll a joint. Same thing. What about you, Carrie?
I only take gummies.
Gummies? Yeah. See, gummies don't, some do, some don't. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's a tolerance thing, or I know the way you consume like chocolates and gummies breaks down differently and stuff like that. So I don't know if I have that gene where the gummies don't work, but chocolates do the trick. Gummies, I have to take quite a few of them to really, really kick in. Next question is, if you had 3 people you could put in a session with you, who would they be? Musicians, athletes, whoever, cannabis, influencers, the whole nine. You can choose
Yeah, I
anybody.
don't have 3, but I do have 2 for sure.
All right, there you go.
So Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa. I would like to have a smoking session with both of them at the same time.
What about Willie Nelson?
I actually want to, maybe him. I would love to smoke what they roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that would be the best part about it. Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones because people come up with some of the craziest answers on that. Like a lot of people say Martha Stewart. A lot of people.
Oh, I can see that.
Martha Stewart is like the one that surprises me the most. Martha Stewart comes up. But yeah, that's a fun one. Carrie, you got 3?
I don't.
No, all right.
I only take a bedtime gummy.
Just taking a bedtime gummy. Yeah, mine were. Jason Williams was a basketball player that I followed as a kid growing up, and he supports the cannabis side of things, and he plays golf now. So we kind of went down the same path. So that's one of my guys. Joe Rogan.
Oh, that's a good one too. I didn't think about
Method Man.
Oh.
Method Man was the other one. How High was one of my like favorite movies of all time. So I could like recite that whole movie word for word. So Method Man would be a good time to smoke with. Those are my 3. And then last one, if you had one strain you could only smoke the rest of your life, what would it be?
Easy. Skywalker OG. Done.
Skywalker.
Yep.
If you had one gummy you could take, you're only getting one flavor, what's it gonna be?
It's gonna be the Groon Tart Cherry, 2.5 milligrams.
Room, like 10 mini bars. I'm serious.
Yeah, I haven't tried those yet. No, and like I said, gummies, I'm hit or miss with the gummies, but Sour Diesel would be my all-time favorite. That's kind of what I grew up on back in the day. It was the first like, I don't know, heady start type of stash is the ones you were like, wow, what is this kind of thing? It was Sour Diesel and Jack Herrera were the top 2. So those were the ones in the early 2000s that I first got my hands on when the Beasters went away and that started coming around. The Beasters wasn't bad though when it first came around back in the day. It was the best we could do. It was better than that brick crappy dirt weed we were getting. These kids don't know how good they got it. We used to have to like pick stems and seeds and all types of shit out of the flower. Not no more.
Go to like a shady spot or something like that.
Yeah, man, they don't know how good they got it. Now they just pull up the Leafy Peaks and they're good to go.
No,
they don't even got to do that. You guys deliver as well, right?
Yeah, 7 days a week.
We go up 35 miles, and technically we do deliver all across New York State. You just got to call for a quote.
Okay.
Yep.
So 35 miles. That's a good radius because there's I always wondered that, like how far people are you guys allowed? You're allowed to go obviously anywhere in New York State, right?
Yep.
Okay.
It's not another state. Yep.
That's cool. Yeah. Now was it like OCM regulations for like events and stuff? Is there like a lot of stipulations you got to work around? This just popped up in my head. Like to do the fall festival this weekend, is there like a lot of like regulations that OCM requires in order to do events like that?
No, because vendors can do things differently than dispensaries.
Gotcha. There's so many things. Like there's literally so many things. Like with the delivery, you can bring extra and this and that because if someone puts another order in while you're out on the road, and I heard all these crazy things. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's just craziness right now, and there's no set really structure in the.
Nah, everything. I feel like everything is just like a gray area, and then I feel like New York itself is just trying to find its footing in the cannabis industry.
Yep, agreed.
Especially when other states are like, they've been recreational for like 10 years now. So I feel like they're just trying to find their footing right now.
Yep. It's gonna be an interesting process to see, but love the way it's going. I mean, as long as people continue to do it the right way, and I think New York State will finally get their shit together and continue to strive here. But I really appreciate your guys' time. I'm going to get this episode out right away, so this will be the Friday episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff. Make sure you guys go out to Leafy Peaks Sunday. What is it, 12 to 5?
Yes.
Perfect. 12 to 5 for the fall festival. Like I said, me and a couple of guys are going to try to pop over after a round of golf. Where can everybody find you? And your socials and sorry.
Yeah, we are at leafy.peaks on Instagram or Leafy Peaks on Facebook.
Awesome. Make sure you guys go check them out. Once again, Anthony, Carrie, appreciate you guys' time, and I'll see you guys Sunday at the Fall Festival.
Thank you.
See you then, Roger.
Bye, Roger.
Have a good one.
Take care. Bye-bye. Dope. I appreciate Anthony and Carrie jumping on. Excited to check out the event over there at Leafy Peaks on Sunday, 12 to 5. Live music, food vendors, can of vendors. Go check it out. Going to be a dope event. Get out there, enjoy some of the nice weather before it gets too late. Also, real quick, just want to recap or look ahead at the golf weekend here. We got 3 tee times this week, finalizing the 12 as we speak. Going to have a majority of the regular crew. I think we're just down Fairway and Parisi this week from the regular guys, but looking at Kirk's coming back this weekend. Mikey's upstate Mikey, 518 Mikey's going to be out there. So going to have a good majority of the crew. And then after this weekend, I'm going to drop a rankings episode going into the final few weeks of the season, give guys a chance to make some last stretch moves here before we wrap it up. But once again, want to take a second and shout out Carrie and Anthony for jumping on from Leafy Peaks, located in Waterford. Go check them out, leafy.peaks on Instagram and leafypeaks.com. Put an order in. You can set up a delivery, set up a pre-order. They got a bunch of stuff over there. If you're looking for any edibles or vapes, they got some jaunty, some drinks. They got heirloom, bunch of different options for flower, dank, Helium Collective. Obviously, get your hands on some Cowboy Lemonade. And go check them out on Sunday at the Fall Festival, live music, food vendors, and whatnot, like I said. So once again, appreciate them tuning in or hopping on, and appreciate everybody tuning in to the Pitch Putt Puff. We will see you on Monday with a recap episode, and then Wednesday's episode will be my guy Evan from the Hudson Valley Indoor Golf. He's got a simulator set up, 5 bays, located in the Valatia area. So we're going to do some work with him down the road. So busy week for the Pitch Putt Puff, and we'll check you guys on Monday. Peace.
Yeah, roll up the green, hit the links with RGB. Pitch, putt, and puff, it's our podcast scene. Talking Burt and Bogies, hole in one dream. Golf cart cruising, we're the illest team. Pitch, putt, and puff, light it up, hit the rough. Every swing's a story, we can't get enough. Hazards and hard times, we know it's tough, but we live for the game, fam, that's our stuff. Got my clubs in the trunk, blunt in the front. Tee off in the noon, cause we don't bunt. Discuss in the course, weed strains for lunch. Straight shooters on the greens, not